This isn't easy to admit. I'm sorry, guys. I let you down. Alex Newhook got a goal yesterday, and I didn't grow his eyebrows in the video that I put out. So here you are, goal number 10, Alex Newhook's eyebrows looking lustrous. But we're not here to talk about last night's game. We're here to talk about tonight's game against LA. Montreal is facing off against LA for the second time this season. Last time they faced off against each other, LA won 4-1. But this is back in October when they were playing like garbage. Now they're playing kind of back to playing like garbage. But can they beat the Kings tonight? Let's talk about it.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
So it's another late game tonight, of course. 2 late games for me in a row? That's brutal. But the thing is, I love making this content. I love seeing your comments, and I love this hockey. These are high-pressure games. Every point counts. 2 points tonight, Montreal leapfrogs the Rangers and are tied for points with the Islanders, putting them 3 points out from a wild card spot. So you're really hoping for something big tonight? Montreal historically has not played very well against the Kings, but you're hoping for something big tonight. Just like I'm hoping for you to do something big for me. Could you subscribe if you're not already subscribed? I'd love to have you. We're really trying to make it to 10,000 subscribers. Once I hit that benchmark, well, first of all, my mind's going to be blown, but I want to do something big for the community. If you're already subscribed, just hit that like button. So I've tempered my expectations for this game, but I'm hoping that they're playing hungry. If there's a possibility that they win this game. Before I start recapping the game, you know what we have to do. Go over the lineup. And we have another interesting lineup. So we have Caulfield, Suzuki, Slav, Newhook, Doc, Anderson, Line still on that third line. Evans, Armia, Owen Beck is back, Dvorak and Gallagher. On defense, we have Matheson and Mailloux. Good to see Mailloux out there. I really think that he shows a lot of promise, and I just want to keep seeing more of him. Then we got Hudson, Carrier, Jacky, Savard. Finally in net, Dobesh. So the puck drops, they're off and running. Dobesh is having to stand on his head early. He puts up a lot of great saves. After 2 minutes, the LA Kings, and I'm not joking, are trending towards 240 shots on net. Yeah, I think that they had 10 shots by the 2-minute mark, even earlier. So at that pace, you're going to see something like this.
Byfield line up in a quick strike right up the draw. Again, LaFerriere digging for it behind the net. Byfield up top. Gavrikov winds up, score.
Gavrikov puts in the first goal. LA is ahead by 1. Montreal is just looking like they're scrambling in their defensive zone. And it doesn't stop there. Here's another 2-on-1 where Dobesh gets lucky. He did miss the net there. Dobesh didn't get a stick on it. So this easily could have been a 2-goal game for the Kings at this point. The Habs need a change of momentum, and Alex Newhook is going to be the one that provides it. Putting in a lot of good work in the offensive end, trusting in the forecheck, exactly what everyone on the team needs to be doing. So he strips the puck and then he draws the penalty. The ensuing power play, guess how it goes? Womp, womp, womp. It's not good. They had 2 shots on net. Again, showing that they can't offensively get there. So that's going to be the end of the first period. 1-0 for the Kings, 13-17 in shots. So Montreal came back and got 7 shots, kind of narrowed the gap between the Kings. So the second period is a lot more eventful than the first. We start off with a holding call on Carrier. Montreal does well to kill off that penalty. And maybe it's that they did such a good job with the penalty that they regained some confidence playing in the offensive zone, and this happens.
He'll drop. Caulfield sends it across. Matheson trickles in. Score! How did that go in? Slavkovsky in front.
That's Matheson getting that point. An assist for Caulfield and Hudson on that one. Weird one. It goes off of, I think, 3 LA players. I think it even went off of Kemper's dome there. But just like usual lately, the celebration is short-lived because this happens.
You know, it's interesting here. I'm not so sure Fogle.
Yeah, Mailloux took a tripping call on a breakaway. That's going to be a penalty shot for Fogle.
Fogle brings it in. Fogle shot, score. Fogle.
And he makes no mistake. Dobesh is being put through a gauntlet, and it doesn't stop. But then we see Slav doing some good work and getting a penalty call. Kempe hooking. We are then treated to maybe the worst power play of the night. And then Jacky takes a high sticking call. Before the call is made, Dobesh puts up a big save. They kill off that penalty, but not before LA puts really close one off the post. Like a breath of fresh air, we finally see the first line making a push. They look dangerous for one shift. Anderson's trying to make an impact on the second line, but he goes into the corner and really lets himself get vulnerable here. Gavrikov puts him into the boards pretty hard and awkwardly, and Doc comes in to have a chat with Gavrikov. Gavrikov is given a penalty for this. The ensuing power play looks just as bad, at least on line 1. Line 2, they got a shot. At least it's something. Before the end of the period, Slav makes a good defensive play, contributing to break up a 2-on-1. He came in as a safety and does good work. And just as the period ends, he takes a stinger off the toe. Youch. That's going to be it for the second period. 24-15 in shots for LA. They're going to be scraping at 30 shots very quickly in the third period. Montreal has 15 shots on goal going into the third. 2-1 LA. So how is this one going to end? We go into the third period and 17 seconds in, Brandt Clarke strikes.
A good steal up top. Clarke fires, score!
Thought this one looked kind of weak, but Dobesh was screened. There might have been a tip in front. Anyway, onwards and upwards, because not long after that, Carrier would strike for the Canadiens.
Falls as he lost his footing. Carrier, high shot, score!
Go figure, another defenseman scoring for the Canadiens. You know, you put pucks towards the net, it could go in. I hope the forwards start thinking that way. There was a scene here where Line A, you could tell he's just not wanting to participate in the defensive part of the game. Beck isn't as visible as he was last game, but he's getting some shots in here and there. We see the second line making a push. The game is getting a little tense. There's conversations every once in a while. But even though Montreal got a little bit of energy, making it a 1-goal game, Gavrikov makes it a 2-goal game again.
A bit of speed, stops the barrier. Cross ice, one-timer, score!
This happened after Byfield goes right through Hudson like a hot knife through butter. I looked at this again. It looks like Byfield gets up high on Hudson. I think there should have been a penalty called here, but it is what it is. The first line is kind of putting some time in the offensive zone. And then we see Armia trying to do big things. But ultimately, the next big success for Montreal would come from another defenseman.
Up for Mailloux. Mailloux in, wrist shot, score! Logan Mailloux!
It's Logan Mailloux, another defenseman with a goal. 4-3 for LA. Can Montreal make this happen? They cannot, because this happens.
Fiala on the move, over the line. Fiala, Gavrikov, Fiala, score!
LA had good puck movement here. Fiala puts it past Dobish. I can't really blame Dobish for this one. Can't blame Dobish for the next one because he heads to the bench with around 2 minutes left, and immediately the Kings put in the last goal. That's going to be 6-3 for LA. 38 shots for LA to 20 shots for the Habs. Oh, rough game. Seeing a lot of things that I don't like. It could definitely be a confidence thing. Certainly, some of it is because Gouli is out. I don't know if you're getting a team shooting 40 shots on you if Gouli is still in the lineup. So we're feeling some pain from him being gone, feeling some pain for Heineman being gone. I'm just feeling all this pain from these losses. Oh, what time is it? It's almost 2:30. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this video up. Regardless, you guys know what you have to do. Like the video. It helps me out with search results. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you. And as always, see you down below in the comments.
Je ne crois pas de campus sur cette séquence. Je vous laisse pendant du mal à Hudson.